I'm just going to read this out word for word first, and then I'll comment on the whole entire situation. Boardroom, the sports, media, and entertainment brand co founded by Kevin Durant and Rich Kleinman, has eliminated its full time editorial team. The layoff was unexpected, and laid off staff were unable to export their email contacts. So, this is interesting because of all the stuff that's been going on with Kevin Durant since the All Star break regarding his alleged burner accounts, in which allegedly he has trashed his current teammates in Jabari Smith and Shigan, and also former teammates like Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, I believe James Harden, and there's several others. I'm not going to read them word for word because so many people have gone over it. The only reason I'm tying this back to the burner accounts is supposedly there are new rumors that are alleging that somebody on his boardroom staff was the one to leak out the burner account information for everybody to see. So this could be viewed as instant retaliation by Kevin Durant for getting the burner account leaked out to the public, that he decided to take it out on not only the person who leaked it out, but everybody from his boardroom staff, that they all had to suffer too. Now, I'd say alleged because we don't know if all this is true 100%, but there's strong evidence to say that this probably is all true. So that's why I'm just saying alleged when it comes to all this stuff. But if all this is true, it doesn't surprise me. Kevin Durant has always been to me this mentally unstable basket case type of guy. Like, it's clear that he suffers from some mental illness. I can't diagnose it. I'm only playing an armchair psychologist right now, but there's just something not right about him. I've always felt like this from day one of his career, that there's just something off about this guy. He has some mental condition. At times I feel he's bipolar, or he has like multiple personalities, that he doesn't know how to react properly to things, and he's like up and down when it comes to his personality. Also, I've heard speculations that he could be somewhere on the spectrum. I guess that wouldn't shock me either. That would explain just his mood swings and everything, and his inability to interact with people socially in a normal manner. Like there's just something off about him. I've never respected him. I've always viewed him as this emotional emotional guy who has like the temperament of like a 12-year-old girl when it comes to his emotions, that he's everywhere, very sensitive, overreacts to things, and then gets angry when people criticize him, when it's legitimate criticism, that it's okay for him to criticize others, but it's not okay for them to criticize him. That's always rubbed me the wrong way. I've always viewed him as a very immature child. He's a childlike mentality despite being a grown man. Like, for example, when Kawhi Leonard won the championship with the Spurs back in 2014 and got Finals MVP, I will never forget this clown tweeting that Kawhi was a system player, that he was discrediting his achievement of winning Finals MVP, which to me was stupid and ignorant. And obviously Kawhi proved later on that was bullshit. That wasn't true, that he was a legit star player. But to disrespect somebody when they have won the greatest achievement of their whole entire career, not allowing them to have that moment simply because you were a jealous bitch and you're salty because he got there before you did, that showed to me that he was lacking a lot of character. He was lacking emotional regulation, because this is something only a woman really would do, not a grown up mature man. You just don't do those things. So that really rubbed me the wrong way about him. I never liked him after that, to be honest, because I don't like people who discredit others for no reason, especially if that person never came at you, never attacked you as a man, but you suddenly attack that person. That to me is always bitch made behavior, because I don't think Kawhi ever said him anything. Kawhi's a mute, so I just don't believe Kawhi said him anything, and he just went at him for no reason. So to me, that was bitch assness right there. And I never liked his fake nice guy personality when he was with the Thunder. For example, how people would always ask him, like, doesn't it bother you how Westbrook is taking all these shots and he's not passing the ball or moving it around? And then he would say something stupid like, I need Russell Westbrook to take as many shots as possible. It helps me, it helps our team, and we need this. I need it. I'm like, really, stupid? You need this? That doesn't make any sense to me. Westbrook is disrupting the offense, and you're too scared to call him out on it, which was evident when you left them, when you were honest about not liking how he would hog the ball and there was no ball movement. That's why you left. So to me, again, I spotted it early on, his fakeness, his stuff about carrying the Bible every day with him. Not to knock anybody who's religious, but that to me didn't seem legit when he was like, I only read the Bible. And his stupid nickname, the servant, to me was very weird. Like, I'm here to serve everybody. I am the servant. Like, to me, he was just fake all around. Like, I've never liked him. And I thought when he went to the Warriors, the one thing that was funny about it, granted, he fucked over the whole entire league with that move. He ruined basketball for what I believe was like the rest of that decade by doing that move. But anyways, what I found funny about that move was how he would try to act like he was some badass, that he was some heel or some villain, and he couldn't play the role of heel at all well. Like, it was very fake. Even when he would curse, it was just funny. It was like he was trying to curse for like the first time in his life. Like, to me, he just seemed like an immature child. Like, when I would see some of his rants on Twitter back then, him lashing out at people, and just him getting very sensitive about things, getting in back and forth arguments with people about his move to the Warriors, which was a bitch made move. And just, yeah, it was really funny to see how he was melting down. Like, I think if the Warriors had someone three-peated with him, he would have still had a meltdown, only because no one would have respected him. He would have gone crazy. So I thought like his time in Golden State was going to inevitably come to an end, because he wanted respect, but he couldn't get it, and hence why he would go on these tirades on Twitter. So to me, he's been this mentally unstable guy, who's filled with a lot of emotions, who can't regulate himself. They just have that ability. And you see that with these stupid burner accounts. You see him lashing out at people, which is very laughable, but it also shows he doesn't have leadership skills. When he lashes out at his teammates, he makes fun of them, that it could have effects on his team during the playoffs, especially in a competitive series. Like, would you want to fight hard for Kevin Durant if you're down in a series? Would you have that extra ability to make the effort to go for that rebound or a defensive stop, knowing this guy doesn't even respect you? Are you going to fight hard for him? Probably not. If a series is that competitive, you rather just give up than waste your time trying to help this guy, since he doesn't respect you. So to me, this guy is just, it's really a basket case. One final thing about him, I would say, as a man, I didn't respect him when he went to Golden State, because not only did he took the easy way out when it came to being a competitor, but also the way he let Draymond Green disrespect him. Like, Draymond straight up told him during the first negotiation that we don't need you. You need us more than we need you. We can win without you, but you can't win without us. And I thought he had the appropriate reaction the first time when supposedly he lashed out back at him, and the Warriors were scared that Durant wouldn't sign with them, because you think that, hey, this guy's a superstar and he must have respect for himself. But no, he proved to be a cuck when he decided to sign with them anyways. That to me showed to me this man has no self-respect for himself. He's willing to be disrespected by others or even below him status-wise. And that to me really showed, again, just evidence that this guy has some mental illness, because no legit superstar in any era would let a role player like Draymond disrespect them like that during free agency. I just don't see it. I don't see it with any superstar that you can think of. They would have been like, yeah, fuck you. I ain't signing with you. I'm gonna beat you. That mentality. Like, how dare you disrespect me? I'm 10,000 times the player that you are. But he didn't have it. So all this stuff just is showing again and again that this guy is mentally not right. There's something wrong with this guy. I'm sure we're gonna find out in a documentary years from now that he had some mental disorder. He's gonna reveal why he did the stupid things he did. I guess lastly, I would say the other thing I don't like about Kevin Durant is he has this personality where people have to walk on eggshells with him, otherwise he'll just lash out at them. Like I even saw it in an interview with Hakeem Olajuwon, which I watched because I like hearing Hakeem talk. He's one of the legends I really do respect. I watched him growing up. And I just remember this one moment where Hakeem was joking around with him towards the end of the interview and said, like, hey, you look much more happier here in Houston than you did in Phoenix. He didn't seem happy there. And then suddenly he was about to lash out at Hakeem and he seemed pretty upset. He's like, no, no, no. It wasn't that I wasn't happy in Phoenix. It's just, it was more of an adult environment. I'm like, really, Kevin? Just the way I felt he was about to really go off on Hakeem, then he kind of stopped himself. I'm like, Hakeem was just trying to be friendly. And you look like you were gonna just lash out like a bitch ass for no reason. Those people I don't respect because there's just something wrong with them on a deep level that you could just say something innocent towards them, like something like, "Hey, I like chocolate chip cookies." They're like, "What? You don't like I don't know, oatmeal cookies? You have something against that?" Just it's just stupid shit like that. So yeah, this guy's a mental basket case. He's gonna definitely take down the Rockets with him. I don't see the Rockets winning a title. They can still win a lot of games, get a good playoff seeding, but ultimately they don't have like the cohesion, I believe, to win it all because they would have to fight tooth and nail and claw hard for it. But I don't see them doing that for Durant after what he said. He can kind of deny it. Granted, he hasn't denied any of the stuff he said, and the players can move past and be professionals and play out the regular season. But ultimately, they're not going to give it his all. And I think when we look at his legacy, we're going to be looking at him as probably the greatest mental basket case to ever play in the NBA. I think that to me is his legacy. So I don't have anything else to say about this clown.